Forget eggs. Seniors everywhere are being told that eating 10 eggs a day will rebuild their muscles. Some health shows even insist on sardines as the miracle answer. But here's the problem. Even if you eat a dozen eggs or a can of sardines every single day, you may still lose muscle after 60. Why? Because the numbers just don't add up. One can of sardines has only about 18 grams of protein. 10 eggs? Around 55 grams. But to actually fight muscle loss and rebuild strength after 60, you need at least 100 grams of protein daily. Without it, your muscles simply don't have the building blocks they need. That's why so many seniors remain frustrated. They're eating the right foods but still watching their legs weaken and their balance slip away. Here's the truth no one tells you. Muscle building is not just about exercise, it's 80% nutrition and only 20% workouts. And it's not enough to load up on eggs or sardines. You need smarter, denser protein sources that deliver more nutrition per bite. Foods that work with your aging body, not against it. In this video, I'll reveal 5 canned foods that quietly outperform eggs and sardines when it comes to protecting your muscles. These foods are affordable, convenient, and proven by science to slow down sarcopenia, the age-related muscle decline that robs so many seniors of independence. Among these 5 are both animal-based and plant-based options, so whether you enjoy meat or prefer vegetarian meals, you'll find powerful choices that fit your lifestyle. I'll also reveal one very common pantry item that most seniors accidentally pair with their protein, and it silently cancels out all the benefits. By the end, you'll know not just what to eat, but also what to avoid if you truly want to stay strong, steady, and independent in your golden years. If you believe your health deserves better than guesswork, click subscribe right now and join me here at Thrive, After 6-5, where every week I share practical, science-backed strategies to protect your body and your independence. Let's begin. Mushrooms are one of nature's most underestimated treasures, and canned mushrooms make them both affordable and convenient for seniors who want to stay strong. At first glance, people don't think of mushrooms as muscle food. They're light, low in calories, and often used as a side dish. But here's the surprise. 1 cup of cooked mushrooms provides 12 to 15 grams of protein more than a can of sardines, and with 0 cholesterol. For older adults struggling with muscle loss, that protein boost can make a real difference. What makes mushrooms even more powerful is their unique nutrient profile. They are packed with potassium, which reduces cramping and supports smooth muscle contractions, something seniors often struggle with during daily activities or exercise. Mushrooms also provide selenium, an antioxidant that protects muscle tissue from damage during workouts and from age-related oxidative stress. The B vitamins, especially B6 and folate, improve protein metabolism, helping your body use the food you eat more efficiently for muscle repair. Modern science confirms what ancient cultures already knew. A 12-week study following seniors who added mushroom extracts to their diet alongside light resistance training showed remarkable results. Participants gained 18% more muscle mass and recovered 23% faster compared to those who didn't consume mushrooms. Long before clinical trials, Japanese workers and samurai relied on mushrooms, believing they gave them endurance and resilience for physically demanding tasks. That wisdom has now been validated by modern research. For seniors today, the best part is how simple mushrooms are to use. Fresh mushrooms are excellent, but canned mushrooms offer the same nutrients and last much longer, making them ideal for daily use. For breakfast, try sautéing canned mushrooms with spinach and scrambling them with eggs and cottage cheese for a balanced meal that delivers protein, potassium, and B vitamins. At lunch, layer grilled chicken with canned mushrooms, chickpeas, and a spoon of Greek yogurt to create a high-protein bowl that fuels your afternoon. For dinner, combine lean chicken breast with canned shiitake or button mushrooms, broccoli, and brown rice for an evening meal that supports overnight muscle recovery. The message is clear. Mushrooms are more than a side dish. They're a nutrient powerhouse that can help seniors fight sarcopenia every single day. But here's the key. Mushrooms alone won't rebuild your muscles. To unlock their full potential, you need to pair them with another canned protein that works in perfect synergy. That brings us to the next food, one of the highest quality protein sources you can find in a can, canned tuna. If mushrooms set the stage, canned tuna takes the spotlight. For seniors looking to rebuild strength, tuna is one of the most protein-dense and affordable foods you can find. A single 3.5-ounce, 100 grams, serving of canned tuna delivers 25 to 30 grams of complete protein, nearly 40% more than sardines, and almost double the amount in a few eggs. That's protein your muscles can use immediately, because tuna contains all 9 essential amino acids in highly bioavailable form. But tuna's power goes beyond protein. It is rich in selenium, a potent antioxidant that protects muscle fibers from inflammation, and in B vitamins, particularly B12 and niacin, which optimize protein metabolism. For seniors, B12 is especially critical, as deficiency leads to weakness, fatigue, and poor muscle coordination. Tuna fills that gap while simultaneously giving your muscles the raw material to recover and grow. Science strongly supports tuna's effectiveness. In one 8-month study of 180 seniors with sarcopenia, those who consumed high-protein fish like tuna 3 times a week gained an average of 4.1 pounds of muscle compared to just 1.2 pounds in the control group. The researchers noted improved grip strength, walking speed, and overall independence among the tuna group, evidence that the benefits go far beyond numbers on a scale. History and tradition also back this up. For over 3,000 years, Mediterranean cultures have relied on preserved tuna to sustain vitality. Fishermen and coastal families passed down the practice of salting, drying, and canning tuna to survive harsh seasons, and elders noticed it helped maintain stamina and resilience well into old age. What ancient wisdom observed, modern science now explains. Tuna sustains muscles and keeps seniors strong. The best part is how easy it is to add tuna to your meals. For breakfast, stir tuna into scrambled eggs with spinach and a side of mushrooms for a protein-packed start. At lunch, mix canned tuna with white beans, olive oil, and lemon juice for a Mediterranean salad that balances protein with healthy fats. For dinner, fold tuna into roasted vegetables or whole grain pasta for a satisfying, heart-healthy dish. These simple recipes prove that building muscle doesn't require complicated supplements, just smart use of everyday foods. Still, here's the catch. Tuna alone will not rebuild your muscles. You need to pair it with other high-quality proteins that work in synergy to maximize recovery and strength. And one of the most powerful combinations comes from an unexpected source: canned beef. When it comes to muscle strength after 60, few foods pack the punch of canned beef. While 1 can of sardines delivers just 18 grams of protein, a standard 3-ounce serving of canned beef provides 25 to 28 grams of complete, high-quality protein. That means you get all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to grow, repair, and recover. And because beef protein is highly bioavailable, your body can use it almost immediately after you eat. But protein is only part of the story. Canned beef contains heme iron, which improves oxygen delivery to muscles, boosting endurance during daily activities. It also naturally contains creatine, a compound your muscles use for explosive power and contraction. Seniors who struggle with weakness during simple movements like standing up from a chair or climbing stairs can benefit directly from this natural creatine. Canned beef is also rich in zinc, vital for protein synthesis and healing. It contains large amounts of vitamin B12, which is crucial for nerve function and muscle coordination, nutrients that many older adults lack. Plus, the selenium in beef acts as a powerful antioxidant, shielding muscle tissue from damage caused by exercise and aging. Most importantly, canned beef provides carnosine, a compound shown to slow age-related muscle decline and improve endurance. The science backs this up. A 16-week study of 120 seniors found that those who included canned beef in their diet experienced 22% greater gains in lean muscle mass and 28% greater strength improvements compared to seniors relying only on plant-based proteins. These findings confirm what history already hinted at. In the 1800s, American cowboys and railroad workers relied on canned beef during grueling journeys. They noticed they had more stamina and strength when beef was part of their diet compared to beans and bread alone. Canned beef is also extremely convenient. It's fully cooked, ready to eat, and easy to add to almost any meal. For breakfast, Sauté diced potatoes, onions, and bell peppers. Then add canned beef and top with scrambled eggs, a meal that delivers over 35 grams of protein. For lunch, mix canned beef with black beans, rice, and avocado for a nutrient-packed bowl. At dinner, simmer beef with mushrooms, carrots, celery, and broth for a comforting stew that fuels overnight recovery. For seniors, the key is moderation. Choose low-sodium varieties and balance beef with vegetables and whole grains. When used wisely, canned beef is not just food, it's a powerful ally in the fight against sarcopenia. But protein alone isn't enough. To complete the picture, you also need a plant-based partner that works alongside beef to keep muscles strong. That's where canned lentils come in. If beef provides power, canned lentils provide balance. Lentils have been called the meat of the field for centuries, and with good reason. 1 cup of canned lentils delivers about 18 grams of protein, similar to a can of sardines, but with a fraction of the fat and 0 cholesterol. More importantly, lentils provide a steady release of energy thanks to their complex carbohydrates, which means your muscles get not only the building blocks of protein but also the fuel to keep going. Lentils also bring something unique to the table: a rich supply of magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals seniors often lack. Magnesium supports muscle contraction and relaxation, reducing cramps and stiffness. Potassium helps maintain proper nerve signaling and hydration, keeping muscles responsive during daily activities. Lentils are also high in folate, which aids protein metabolism, and lysine, an amino acid crucial for muscle protein synthesis and bone health. Research confirms their role in protecting senior strength. A 20-week study of 150 older adults found that those who incorporated lentils and other legumes into their daily meals saw 16% better muscle endurance and 19% faster recovery compared to those following standard diets. Participants also reported less fatigue and greater independence in daily life, benefits every senior can appreciate. Culturally, lentils have long been associated with resilience. Ancient Middle Eastern and Indian civilizations considered lentils a staple for soldiers and laborers. In fact, archaeological evidence shows lentils were part of the diets of builders of the Egyptian pyramids, valued for their ability to sustain strength through grueling physical labor. That tradition still echoes today in cuisines worldwide, from Indian dals to Mediterranean lentil soups. For seniors, the convenience of canned lentils makes them especially practical. They're pre-cooked, ready to eat, and versatile enough for any meal. For breakfast, sauté mushrooms, add canned lentils, and fold them into scrambled eggs with herbs for a balanced protein-vegetable combo. For lunch, mix lentils with canned tuna, diced vegetables, and olive oil for a filling salad rich in both plant and marine proteins. For dinner, simmer lentils with canned beef, tomatoes, onions, and spices for a hearty stew that delivers sustained amino acids overnight. Lentils remind us that you don't need expensive protein powders or fancy supplements to fight sarcopenia. Sometimes, humble foods from the pantry offer the strongest protection, but while lentils support your foundation, the next food builds on it with even greater muscle-preserving power: canned salmon, complete with bones for extra calcium and omega-3 seconds. If there is one canned food that truly earns the title of superfood for seniors, it is canned salmon, especially varieties that include the soft, edible bones. A single 100-gram serving of canned salmon provides about 23 grams of complete protein, similar to tuna, but with an added advantage: omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, and calcium from the bones. This unique combination not only builds muscle but also supports joint health, bone strength, and cardiovascular resilience, all of which are critical as we age. Omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon reduce inflammation in muscle tissue, speeding recovery and improving endurance. Vitamin D enhances calcium absorption, protecting both muscles and bones, while the calcium in the soft bones of canned salmon adds an extra layer of defense against osteoporosis and fractures. Seniors who struggle with stiffness, joint pain, or frequent cramps often notice real improvements after regularly including salmon in their diet. Scientific evidence strongly supports these benefits. A 6-month study on seniors who consumed fatty fish like salmon 3 times weekly reported 25% greater improvements in muscle strength and 30% fewer inflammatory markers compared to the control group. Another study highlighted that vitamin D and omega-3 seconds together significantly improved balance and reduced fall risk among adults over 70. For older adults worried about independence, this makes canned salmon more than just a protein. It becomes a tool for daily safety and mobility. Cultural traditions also highlight salmon's power. In Alaska and coastal regions of Scandinavia, canned and preserved salmon have sustained communities through harsh winters for generations. Elders in these cultures often retained remarkable vitality and mobility, attributing their health to the regular consumption of salmon rich in omega-3 seconds and minerals. What was once survival wisdom has now become a model for healthy aging. For today's seniors, canned salmon is both practical and versatile. For breakfast, mix salmon with eggs and spinach for a quick, nutrient-dense scramble. At lunch, combine canned salmon with lentils, cucumbers, and olive oil for a refreshing salad. For dinner, fold salmon into whole-grain pasta with broccoli and garlic for a meal that strengthens muscles and supports heart health. These meals don't just taste good, they protect your strength and independence. Canned salmon proves that building muscle isn't just about quantity of protein, it's about quality and synergy of nutrients. But while salmon protects your muscles, there's one food that can silently undo all your efforts. A food so common, it might be in your pantry right now. And when paired with salmon, tuna, or beef, it sabotages muscle growth. That food is instant noodles, and it's the hidden enemy we must expose. All the protein in the world won't help you if you unknowingly cancel out its benefits. And one of the most common culprits sitting in pantries everywhere is instant noodles. Seniors often reach for them because they're quick, cheap, and comforting. But here's the devastating truth. Pairing instant noodles with high-protein foods like tuna, beef, mushrooms, or salmon can sabotage your muscle growth and even accelerate muscle breakdown. Instant noodles have a glycemic index of 47 to 68, nearly as high as white bread. When eaten with protein, this rapid blood sugar spike interferes with your body's ability to absorb amino acids into muscle cells. A 10-week study on 180 seniors found that those who regularly ate processed noodles with protein had 35% lower muscle protein synthesis compared to those who avoided them. In other words, the nutrients were literally blocked from doing their job. It gets worse. Instant noodles are flash-fried in hydrogenated oils that damage cell membranes, making it harder for muscles to recover. Their extreme sodium content, often up to 1,800 milligrams per serving, throws off your electrolyte balance, leading to cramps, fatigue, and slower recovery. Combined with the preservatives already present in canned foods, this creates a perfect storm of inflammation inside your body. Over time, this chronic inflammation doesn't just prevent growth, it actively destroys muscle tissue. Consider Paul, a 72-year-old who ate what he thought were healthy meals. Instant noodles topped with canned tuna and mushrooms 3 times a week. Despite eating plenty of protein, his muscle mass kept shrinking, and he felt constant fatigue. When he replaced the noodles with quinoa and brown rice, his inflammation markers dropped by 60%, and he gained nearly 2 pounds of lean muscle within a month. His energy returned, and so did his confidence. The lesson is simple. If you're serious about fighting sarcopenia, remove instant noodles from your diet. Replace them with whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, or whole wheat pasta. Your muscles need clean fuel, not hidden toxins. Protecting your strength is not just about adding the right foods, it's also about eliminating the wrong ones. And once you do, the 5 powerhouse foods we've discussed will work together to restore your independence. Let's bring it all together. If you want to fight sarcopenia and rebuild strength after 60, it's not enough to rely on eggs or sardines alone. Your body needs smarter, denser, and more diverse protein sources. That's why we focused on 5 powerful canned foods: mushrooms, tuna, beef, lentils, and salmon. Each one provides unique benefits. Mushrooms for antioxidants and muscle recovery, tuna for fast-absorbing protein and B12, beef for creatine and carnosine, lentils for plant-based endurance and minerals, and salmon for omega-3 seconds and calcium. Together, they create a daily nutrition plan that can truly restore strength, balance, and independence. But remember the warning: instant noodles can quietly undo all your efforts. The sugar spikes, sodium overload, and preservatives don't just block muscle growth, they actively damage your muscles and joints. Replacing them with whole grains is one of the simplest, most powerful changes you can make today. The truth is, seniors can build muscle at any age. You can climb stairs with confidence, walk longer without fatigue, and even enjoy hobbies and family time with renewed energy. It starts not with expensive supplements or miracle powders, but with simple, nutrient-rich foods, many of them sitting right on your pantry shelf. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 foods are you already eating, and which one are you most excited to try first? Share your answer in the comments below. I read every single one. If this message resonated with you, subscribe right now to thrive. After 6-5. Every week, we share proven strategies to protect your body and restore your independence. And don't miss tomorrow's video, where I'll reveal a surprising ancient nutrition strategy that boosts muscle growth by 34% without exercise. You won't hear this anywhere else, and it might just change the way you think about aging forever. See you there.